Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. You are now watching A Breaking News, live news from TV9. This is a very dramatic story. We are now having the Kling woman phenomena in Malaysia. It is becoming a hot topic for Malaysians to talk even when they are having a tea. The Kling woman is a story about an Indian woman, to be specific, being sexually assaulted by her clique, and she then, as a strong, independent and smart woman, came up with the idea of wearing anklet to help protect her fellow friends that being oppressed. However, the idea of wearing an anklet went wrong when everyone started mocking them and calling them by the sound of the anklet, cling. This story shows the other side of women, which are being strong and smart, not weak as a notion of the society thing. We have prepared some exclusive interview with the IIUM student who studied linguistics to see their opinion regarding the story.
In my opinion, I don't think that male characters dominate the actions and dialogues. This is because in this story, I can see clearly that it is more focuses on female characters, especially the Sumati's great-grandmother. It focuses on her deeds and actions, especially when she's trying to defend herself from the oppression by the men, and of course, when she's upholding her own culture. So, of course, most of the dialogues come from her and other female characters. However, I can see that the men do dominate the occupation and power. Some people might view the female characters in this story are secondary to male characters just because they are voiceless and nameless, but for me, it's not. They are still be the main focus in this story, even if the title itself is also about women, which is the Kling women. Although they had been oppressed by the men, they are still voicing out and showing their effort to protect themselves. For example, they wear the anklet with bells just because to protect themselves and the community. But it ends up the men view it as a sexual object.
Next, we also prepared an exclusive interview with two literature professors, which are Professor Shazwani and Professor Aminathani.
In this story, Sumati's great-grandmother can be described as a rebellious person. This is because she still insists to do the labor work with very sari, even though the men keep mocking her by claiming that women are supposed to stay at home and not deserve to work at the construction site like what the men did. Due to this condition, Sumati's great-grandmother ignored all of the perceptions made by the men, as it is her main source of income. The women characters in the story are similar to the women characters from mythology or legend, whereby Sumati's mother is portrayed as an obedient wife, in which she is waiting patiently for her husband and hoping that he will come back to the family. In addition, I could say that the women characters in this story are actually fighting for their rights from being oppressed by the men, compared to the women's characters during ancient Greek times. They just fulfill the sexual demand of men without any complaints. In Kling woman's story, Sumati's great-grandmother does challenge the stereotype in a way how she is still doing the labor work in a sari attire, even though the men keep downgrading her ability by perceiving women as physically weak and not fit enough to do the man's work. Besides that, our society has been strongly influenced by a notion that boys must play the adventurous games with their friends, while the girls must play the girlish things since they were small. So because of this, they are well restricted to this kind of custom.
Obviously, we could see that Sumati's great-grandmother is an independent woman. She really wanted to do something with her life, and what she did is she do some jobs. Basically, the stereotype during that time that women cannot do any job besides just working at home. But Sumati did challenge that stereotype. She did quite a heavy job, which is she work in construction site. And as we know that Sumanti's great-grandmother was suffered by sexual harassment from her co-workers, and she did not just submit herself like that. Basically, she did fight for her rights, and what she did is she put a belt on her ankle. Besides, she also know how to use the freedom of speech where everyone has the privilege to do so. And what she did is she became the voice for the other women who get disturbed by reporting to the higher authority.
Since this is a hot issue, we have received a lot of questions on our social media. One of the questions is, how do the female characters interact with the male characters? The answer would be, they are very brave in voicing their opinion without fear of being judged by the society, especially men. So are they timid or more vocal? They are vocal. They are vocal in order to protect themselves, but unfortunately, their voices are not being heard.
Yes, it is not easy to change our old beliefs, like the others. And yeah, we are expected to be an obedient wife, an obedient daughter, sister to the others, but that does not mean that it is our only function. We are also here to protect the others and their rights, especially the women. Most women out there, they are being oppressed and they are helpless. So they sit silently because they might don't know how to help themselves. And when we see the injustices that exist in the world, we cannot unsee it. And when we know the injustices that exist in the world, we cannot unknow. And the key principle is that knowing confers responsibility. As fellow women, it is our responsibility to also help others to know what their rights are upon themselves and also from the society. The female characters were treated very badly by the male characters. They were not just being sexually harassed, but their rights to be protected by their employers were also neglected. And it was so very awful to see how people back in the day, they disvalue other races, customs and beliefs, and also terribly the skin color. And the male characters from the short story only saw women as sexual objects, but at the same time they actually feeling in themselves that they actually feeling that they are being sexually challenged. It is because the women, female labor were working in their saris, and the saris back then was they don't have the short shirt like what we usually see today. They only used to cover themselves up only with a white sari shawl. Yeah, that is it.
Women are discriminated by men. Women in this story are portrayed as an oppressed gender. Even though they are doing something to protect themselves, they are still being judged by the society. Their voices are not heard because people are having prejudice that men are superior than women. This is all from me, Iman Hisham, reporting from TV9.